Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this tutorial on this lioness, or I guess any kind of jungle cat or regular cat makeup really. You could do a lot with this. It's just kind of a animal-esque kind of look. So this was my Halloween look last year and I got so many requests to do this, but of course I didn't actually film a tutorial and I literally did this on October 31st, so it was kind of like too late to put up a tutorial for it. So I wanted to make sure that I did that this year. So what I'm doing here first was applying white liner to my lower lash line and then just slightly underneath. And I'm taking a brown smudge brush, or not a brown smudge brush, but a brush with brown on it. And I'm going to be applying this right underneath that white line. This is going to create the illusion of bigger eyes, and just the shape of them is going to be overall a little bit more feline since they're extended. So to start off the eye look, I'm going to be using a kind of orangey brown transition color. This is not a very dark color at all. I'm just applying this pretty messily into the crease just to lay some color down so that everything else blends very smooth. And I'm going to be doing a really exaggerated cut crease. So I'm just taking this kind of pointy, fluffy brush. I don't know exactly what this is called, but it's really great for cut crease. I'll have it listed down below. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking a slightly darker brown shade and I'm making sure that the tip of the brush was pointed downwards to start to create that crease. So now what I'm doing here is just taking what was left on that blending brush and I'm blending that lighter transition color up towards the top of that last color that I just put on to really blend everything out. So I'm just going to continue to layer this brown color until it is up to the intensity that I like. And I'm also going to be dragging this really far into the inner corner, again just really extending my eyes and making them as long as possible. So I decided to use the highlighter that I'm going to use on the rest of my face for my lid color. This is Champagne Pop, and I just wanted to make sure that everything flowed really nicely and I had the same type of colors going on. So I just wet my brush and kind of tried to give this a little bit of a foiled effect. And I'm just applying this very, very carefully and very precisely up to where I want that cut crease to be. And then after I have this down, I'm going to go in and define the crease just a little bit more, but I'm just applying this onto the lid and then extending it out with the kind of shape of the cut crease. It's almost like a slight wing. So I'm taking that same brush that I used to define my lower lash line and I'm just going to be defining the crease here, and again extending that all the way into the inner part of my eye, and then I'm just going to be dragging that color upwards. Then of course I'm going to be going back and blending as much as I can without getting that lid color into the crease color. And then I decided to also kind of extend the lower lash line a little bit more as well, so I just kind of dragged that out and followed the same line that I did with the upper cut crease. For my liner, I am using this horrible liner. The actual formula was good, but I don't know, I couldn't find my regular liquid liner and that's what I wanted to use, and this one had that weird shape. I was never a huge fan of this, but it was really all I could find. So anyway, I'm just going to be extending my liner all the way into the inner part of my eye and then creating a small little triangle on the inner part to create a little bit more of a cat-like eye. And then of course I'm going to be doing a super large and in charge wing. So after you have the wings the way you like them, you can then add some mascara. I just hit the top and bottom lashes real quick. And then I also decided that I wanted to slightly extend that white line. And then I decided to add some lashes. I am going to be using the iconic lashes from House of Lashes. These are my favorite and they really complemented this look really well, I thought. So aside from the eyes, this is the next most important part of the look. I am going to be creating that little kind of snout area that the cats have or lions have. Like I said, you could really use this tutorial for either, but I'm just taking this white eyeliner and kind of creating a half circle underneath my nose and above my lip, and then patting that out with my finger and then setting that with white eyeshadow going slightly outside of the line I created to kind of blur it out a little bit. So after that, I'm going to contour my face, and this is also very important the way you do this. I'm taking the bronzer pretty much all the way down until that white shadow that we had down there, and then I'm going to be using a smaller brush and kind of swooping that up to make my cheeks and my face look really, really round. And then I'm just going to be blending that out and up, and you can see that this is already just really kind of changing the shape of my face. And then to make your cheeks look even juicier, you can apply your favorite highlight. I am using Champagne Pop for this, and I am just laying this on thick. This is really going to make the tops of your cheeks pop and look super round. So then for the nose, I am going to be kind of creating a upside down half moon on the tip of my nose. I'm not taking this like all the way up. I think it looks so much more realistic if you just leave the nose kind of at the ball of your actual nose. And then I'm just going to be taking this out to the sides of my nostrils and then filling this in. So then once you have your cute little nose filled in, you can extend this line down to the center part of your lips. And it helps if you kind of make this face and just really stretch out that part underneath your nose so that your skin is flat, and you can make this line as straight as possible because you really want this to end up like right in the center of your cupid's bow. And then I'm only going to be filling in the top part of my lip. This is just really going to kind of mimic what the cats look like. So I'm also going to be extending this out and just kind of curving it upwards to almost make it look like a little smile. And then I'm just going to be filling that in. Starting on the whiskers, I'm creating these 3 little dots right here, and I just tried to make them as similar as possible on both sides. That proved to be rather difficult, but I got through it. We made it happen. It's kind of like winged liner though. Like if it looks okay, you probably shouldn't go in and try to like overwork it, because that's what I did on the right side, and you can see that one hole is like bigger than all the rest of them. So anyway, I just went in with a really light hand and just kind of drug some whiskers out of those holes in just really irregular ways. I curved some of them over and then left some of them more straight, and that was pretty much it for the whiskers. I also decided to go back in and highlight underneath my brow bone with the same highlight I've been using the whole time, the Champagne Pop. And this is the completed look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, this is kind of versatile. You could use this for a few different cat looks. But yeah, so that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and of course like the video if you liked it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.